Mississippi is only one of 2 states in the nation making pseudoephedrine a prescription-only drug. And police say it's working wonders, dropping meth labs in the state by nearly 70%. But can it work in Indiana and Kentucky? We traveled here to Jackson, Mississippi to find out. Mississippi, the Magnolia State, and up until 2010, like us here in the tri-state, a magnet for meth labs.
During '09, we had almost on a nightly basis, we had agents out working meth labs.
In the AMC series Breaking Bad, the audience gets a look inside the life of a high school chemistry teacher turned meth cook. But in Mississippi and here at home, it's not just a Hollywood hit. It's an epidemic that's all too real and costly.
Mississippi has long had a meth lab problem. Matter of fact, so bad about 4 or 5 years ago that it was just the poison scourge on our state.
It's a drug that can get the user hooked after just one hit, making them feel euphoric and powerful.
This is a different kind of demon that's out there attacking them.
And it's responsible for the breakup of families and lives. State Representative Steve Holland, who sponsored the prescription-only bill here in Mississippi, knows the pain meth has on families all too well. He spoke to me on the House chamber floor in a very candid interview about the drug and its impact on his family and his state.
My nephew is still serving a prison sentence. It just wrecked my brother's family's lives. It wrecked his health, broke families up. It was emotional upheaval. It is nasty. Crystal meth destroys you. They're not bad people, my family, but hell, they're addictive and they got on it. It was available. And not only did it become available and they became users, they became manufacturers because they were able to sell it and make money.
The numbers speak for themselves. In 2009, before passing the law requiring a prescription for pseudoephedrine, the state saw 446 meth lab busts. But a year after the law passed, that number has tanked to just 145 statewide.
Some of the law enforcement people to say it might be the most significant bill passed in 50 years in the war on drugs.
But the law didn't pass without a fight. The top challenge, pharmaceutical companies, afraid the law would hurt business and limit access to law-abiding patients who need the medication.
They tried to browbeat me down about it and say, oh, come on, don't get so keen about that. And of course, as I would do, I drank their whiskey and ate their steaks and told them to go to hell and sent it on through the process anyway because it was right.
And was it worth the fight?
It is definitely worth the fight. It's been successful. We're down now approximately 67%.
But with all of the law's success, there's still a downside that supporters say could be easily fixed if other states would get on board.
The only problem we're having now is the other states around us haven't passed it, so they're going across state line and getting their ephedrine, pseudoephedrine products and bringing them back to Mississippi.
And that same thing could happen here in the tri-state if one state passes the law and other bordering states don't.
If we weren't bordered by 4 states that were still selling over-the-counter, we'd be down in the 90+ percentile, I believe that.
But not everyone thought initially the idea was a good one. House Speaker Greg Snowden.
I just wasn't sure it would work, and so I voted against it. I said at the time when I voted against the legislation that I hoped it would be a bad vote.
But with the number of meth labs dropping fast in their post-prescription-only society, even those who fought against it originally are quickly changing their tune.
I think I have to say that my vote against it probably was a bad vote, which I'm glad to say.
Mississippi, a state that credits major strides in their war on meth on a simple law. It may be inconvenient to law-abiding citizens, but it can't be argued that it's been significant in its results. Police and lawmakers say the law is working, but not everyone is on board. The downside of the law coming up later tonight at 10 over on WEHT Local. On special assignment in Jackson, Mississippi, David Shepard, Eyewitness News.